cousin. That would be great.
Girl, I done forgot to hit the go live button on TikTok.
Oh, we just chopping it up on the hood.
Yep.
This is cute.
Hitting buttons again.
Like you on real TV. That's cute.
That's what hitting buttons are get you.
Countdown. Yeah. All this little shapes and stuff. Okay,
It's funny. Then they get the little music intro on TikTok as well.
baby, look at this cute. Make you feel like you on channel 11, 13, channel 2. Commercial
Kinda,
free.
hey y'all, hey.
Hey
Hey
y'all.
Tony. Hey, hey, to boss. Welcome in everybody.
Hey y'all.
Hey Tony, look at you. I love it, cousin. Cause I don't want to be late. I
Man,
feel you.
don't be on
Thank
that
you so
TV.
much. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, tonight my co-host is Nay.
Hey,
What is your okay, Nay Nay? I didn't know what your name was on the thing, but Nay Nay. This is cousin Nay Nay. She usually in the comments and she is up co-hosting with me because I need some help to finish out this month. And hey INS, how you doing? And I thank God for my family being not even having to beg, just ask. And here they are every time. So thank you, Nene.
no
And
problem.
thank you, family. Did I get you? Yeah, I got Queen B. Hey, Britt, I see y'all. Hey, Queen B. Hey, baby.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Hey, Queen B.
I was
Hey,
almost
TikTok
about to
fam.
bring her up. Now, I didn't know if you wanted to come and co-host too, because I'm like, okay. You know it's fine with me, but welcome in, Queen B. As y'all can see from the title tonight, this evening, the things that no one talks about with the silent illness. Hey, Tisha. Hey, Juggernaut. Welcome in.
Oh, I can't even call him his real name on here. He got away with it tonight.
Welcome in. That's why I look dead at night night. Look, look.
Ooh, baby. Okay. I'm gonna be great.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hey,
It's cool.
Ines.
I'm gonna get him later.
Don't do it.
Hey, Ines. Welcome in. Now that's just to set this. Oh, welcome in, everybody. Um, and what I'm talking about, the things that nobody talks about, are these are personal things that are my experience only. I'm pretty sure other people can relate to it, to the things that I'm gonna talk about, that we're gonna talk about tonight. But these are just from my personal experience, and Nene and the rest of y'all can join in, and into the conversation as well. Just keep your mics muted unless you have something that you want to say, because that will eliminate the echo. Nate, you have two devices going.
Mm-mm.
Do you
But I
hear
can.
that kind of?
Am I echoing?
Let me see. Okay, I don't hear it anymore.
Okay.
Hey, left lane, and hey, is that peace to the mind. Lord, you know I'm not good with this at all. Um, Let me see. Do I sound funny today?
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Um, let's see. We're talking about things that people don't see, that people don't they don't ask about, and a lot of times they don't understand. And that's the truth behind a silent illness. Yeah, drop a heart in the comments if you've ever felt misunderstood. Hey Joe, welcome in.
Hey, little ladies, how y'all doing today? This is Two Fingers in a Thumb.
Hey, left lane.
I know you were struggling saying that.
You right. Hey Carolyn, you right, because I refuse to say that. But yet I keep inviting that account instead of finding left lane. But thank you for being here, left lane. Regardless of what account you're under, thank you for being here.
No problem.
Like I said,
I'm here for you.
thank you. I appreciate you. So tonight we're talking about the truth behind silent illnesses, the things that in my case people don't talk about enough. Okay. Silent illness does not mean that it's not serious. It just means that it's not visible. And that because I am gonna recline a little bit, I'm gonna turn my camera off. That's okay.
That's
With
fine.
you. Okay.
That's fine. I'm on your show.
Yeah. Hey y'all, my co-host tonight is Nene over on YouTube. Nene is my co-host tonight. And thank you again, Nene.
No problem.
Have y'all ever been told that y'all don't look sick? Because like I said, if I had a half a cent for every time I heard that, I would be a multi-billionaire. One of the biggest things that for me that no one talks about is the mental weight that goes along with silent illnesses. Overthinking the symptoms, fear of flare-ups, constant anxiety about the future. Said I'm not just dealing with the issues that are going on with my body. I'm dealing with the issues that are going on, mentally as well. The emotional side of it, the feelings, like I talked about last night, feelings that of being misunderstood, not just by the general public, not just by family and friends, but by the medical professionals as well. And the feeling of being misunderstood will cause you, well, it has caused me to isolate and not share what I'm going through. And it's something when people don't see what you're going through. And in my case, I did a lot so that people wouldn't see what I was going through in the beginning. So like I said, a lot of it was on me, but it was all stemmed from people not understanding what sarcoidosis was and what sarcoidosis looked like. Because honestly, other than textbook, I had never met anyone with sarcoidosis. So I didn't know what it looked like either, other than, like I said, what was in the textbooks,
Mhm.
what I Googled after the diagnosis, the information that I was given from the doctors after the diagnosis. But still, that does not paint a clear picture of what it looks like. Um, with a lot of illnesses, you can visibly see what someone is going through. But with this, when they could see what I was going through, let me put it like, when they could see what I was going through on my bad days, they would never see it because I wouldn't go out like that. I couldn't go out like that. Physically, my body would not let me. So what they saw was me on my good days, and that looked like everything was fine. But being at home by myself, even when I was married, even when my kids were younger, they went to school, spouse went to work, it was still, I still felt alone. I was alone because I was still suffering alone, even though there were people in the house with me. Because, like I said, I was just there watching them go about their lives, which I wanted them to, but that was basically what I felt like I was doing, just taking up space.
Mm.
So one of the biggest lessons out of this whole thing was one of the benefits, the blessings that came out of this was seeking mental health treatment. Because I know now you said you suffer with high blood pressure. And people may not see that just by looking at you, you know?
I suffer with that, and I have an irregular heart rate, so it drops down to like the 20s, and really no one knows that, other than like my kids. And so they wanted me to do a heart murmur, and all that stuff. But I mean, and you touched on it last night. When you really don't have the finances to do everything, it's hard. So you have to kind of pick.
Right,
So you
right,
band
exactly.
you band aid your life. You put a band aid on it, and you keep moving.
Yeah, but we all know that Band-Aid only holds for so long, you know?
Yeah,
And when you keep moving that Band-Aid around from place to place to place, you know, eventually you're gonna have more places to bandage than you have band-aids to cover.
yeah.
Something's gonna become depleted, by you not being able to put a bandage on it at that time.
Now, with you saying that you didn't really open up to anybody, was it because of the simple fact it was just hard for you to accept it? So it was you didn't really want to put it out there in the atmosphere for others to accept it?
That would be the start of it. That, when I was first diagnosed, like I said, for 12, 13 years, my mindset was, I'm gonna wake up, this will all be over, I'll feel better, and I'll be able to go back to work. And that went on for years. So a lot of it in the beginning was my lack of acceptance that this could not be my life.
Right.
This could not be, how I was gonna live the rest of my life with this. And then when I didn't go back to work, and I would have, times where I was up, times where I was down. Like I said, for the first few years, I was back and forth in the hospital constantly. And when I did accept or realize that this is going to be my life, I still didn't want to tell anybody else because I didn't look sick when they saw me, and they would say that. And I feared that they would think I was lazy. I was just making it out to be worse than it was, because I've heard that too. But like I said, the times that it was bad, that I wasn't able to leave out of the house. So that just the reaction I had gotten from people in the past and the way I felt about it, the reaction of people leaving once they saw the bad,
Right.
um, that kept me from telling other people about it. Like I said, once I told Queen B was the first one. I think Melvin might have been the second, and their cousin was the third, and they're still here, you know. And it just like okay, and
So
that
is it the point that you fully accept it now, or do you still have those moments?
I have moments that I wish it wasn't, you know, but I do accept it. Um, like I said, it's worse now than it's ever been. And like we were talking earlier, that when things happen gradually, it's easier to adjust to them. But now they're just happening, like, for lack of better terms, like gut punches, you know?
Hmm.
So, like I said, I'm not having the time to just ease into, okay, my body's gonna be hurting every day, a little bit worse every day. No, it's worse, you know?
Right.
And there's no easing into that. There's um, no time to prepare if there is such a thing as that. But like I said, it's just like a gut punch. Everything is happening all of a sudden now.
So with this, is it because you know how they say you have to get like with anything, you go through the process of you get sick, then you get sick, but then you get better. Do you
Yeah.
ever feel like maybe that's something that your body's going through, or is it just a catch 10?
I don't know, Nate. I don't know. I don't know if this is the actual progression of the illness, how it has gone for other people, um, or if this is the worst before the better, you know? Because I always say things, even with the treatment, things get worse before they get better.
Right.
With the treatment, it's a trial and error kind of thing. I've been on a few doses. Hey, cousin Leah, I've been on a few different dosages since I started these infusions. And that's the same with all the medications I've been on. It's always been a trial and error thing. Find a dose that works until it doesn't.
Right.
Um, so I don't know, but I know, like I said, this is the worst it's ever been. So I don't know if this is the natural progression of the disease, or if this is, like I said, the worst before it gets better. I pray that it's the worst before it gets better, because this
Right.
is not what I see. This is still not what I see, you know, um, my life being.
Yeah.
And some could say it's still a lack of acceptance, but it's just not what I see in my dreams. I still see the Easter basket skipping through the field with the Easter basket.
Box. Yeah.
I still see checking in the nursing home at 65 and stealing folks' teeth, because that's something that I really want to do.
Okay. I hope you sit through that the wilderness with the Easter basket and all that. I just hope you don't let our friend drive the car.
You hear cousin talking about, I hope I ain't in that same nursing home with you. Well, let me tell y'all, this is how it's going to play out in my mind. This is what I've been saying But my kids will tell you my daughter's 36, so this has been going on since she was a little girl. On my 65th birthday, August 24th, when I turn 65, I want to check into a nursing home. I want to be there for at least 5 to 7 days, but I need somebody to check in with me because I need somebody to work the walkie-talkie. Either you can check in as a worker, you can sign up to work there, volunteer there, or you can check in as a patient because I need somebody else with the walkie-talkie to help me out, pull this off. So for a week, I will be stealing teeth, crackers, and juice from the residents. I don't know why those three things, but that's what happens. So on the last day, I'm going to call the news station and report myself missing. So I need somebody else with a walkie-talkie so that when they get close to where I'm hiding, hey, Tisha, they can let me know so I can move. My daughter, I was only going to take teeth and crackers, but my daughter said I better steal some juice because she was going to make me eat all those dry crackers without juice when they call her. So now I'm taking juice. And I want my 71 Cadillac parked out nearby so that when they do, they gonna throw me out. I mean, there's no doubt. They gonna ask me to leave.
Sounds real fun.
I'm trying to figure out how you feel like they gonna let you stay.
You are where you at, and I'm in Texas, but I wouldn't mind getting in that train.
See? Thank you.
I'm taking all the peppermints I can.
Left Lane and Melvin are related. I just want him to know that.
I mean, I'm gonna need my family's help to pull this off. I really am.
Sis.
It really sounds fun, though.
It is gonna be. It's gonna be grand. And then I want somebody when I report myself missing, I want somebody to give them my first grade picture with my teeth missing. So you know what I mean? And just be out there acting a fool, crying, like, please help us find her. Yeah.
Just cousin, please hide those teeth. Just hide them.
Well, this is what I plan on doing, cousin. Like, I'm gonna sanitize the teeth, and for Christmas, I'm gonna take pictures with other folks' teeth in my mouth and send it back.
Wait, I thought you said tea, like what you drink. You said people's teeth.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you now. As much as I love you, I will not be on that train.
Well, just when you see it on the news, name, don't be dialing no numbers, talking about I know where they headed or nothing like that. Just watch it all unfold.
I'm just gonna call CJ. That's all.
So we might not need to tell Nene.
Left Lane. I'm trying to be professional in here. Please don't start. Be great.
Hey, Loretta.
You can tell me all day. I will, just like I'm not going to get in the car with Denise when we meet her, I'm not going on this spiritual walk of taking people's teeth.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them, did they do a background check? Because they messed around and didn't see that you was in that FAFO family.
Right.
Well, my thing is, how are they going to let you stay in for that long? That's my question. Like, you're checking into something at 65.
Yeah. For a week. Or until I get ready to pull this off, until I get everything in place to pull this off. I mean, it's going to be like a tasket up in there.
That's going to be like an old folks set it off.
Yeah. Yes.
Again, since I'm the youngest of the group, I can't help y'all.
Look, you just be outside waiting in the Cadillac, ready to pull off when I come out. So
just feed Leroy while we're in there.
Yes, he said just feed Milton Leroy while we're here now.
I can do that.
Okay. Left Lane, you can get a job there, so you know what I mean.
You know,
help me maneuver through, the bit.
They gonna admit him too.
So yeah, that's what I see. I don't see this. in my future. I got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of it is shenanigans, but that gets me through, you know. It really
I can't
does.
believe you finna take these people's teeth.
Yes, that's been a goal. Hey Carl, that's been a goal. Hey Loving Quan, that's been a goal of mine. Well, that's been I can't say on my bucket list because it's not gonna be the end of it. It's just gonna be a pit stop.
Poor people, they can't even eat no dang on food because you gotta say the shit else to people.
Hey, I will send them all back Christmas pictures with their teeth. I'm gonna have like 6 rows of teeth.
Oh my god.
Or maybe I should do it around Christmas time. Do they still take pictures of the residents around Christmas time to get to their family members?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't have nobody in the old folks home.
Take them gifts too.
Okay. Well,
Take a picture and send them their teeth back too.
see, this is what I probably do. Scratch the August 24th. I'm gonna wait until a week before Christmas to check in. I probably need to go around the 1st of December to make sure I get a good bed, right? So I go around that time. And then when they do the Christmas pictures, I need to already have the teeth sanitized. So I'm the only resident with teeth that day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be bringing Milton Leroy back to Texas because I don't know. You're gonna get out as soon as you think you are. They might send you somewhere else.
Hey, I'll be ready.
Oh my
I
god.
will be ready.
I'm just gonna bring Milton with me. Yeah, because he's gonna be
Look at
fun.
him over here. Yeah, that's what I see. That's why when I say I have a lot of things to do, like I said, a lot of it is just shenanigans. But that adventure right there and the skipping through the field with the empty Easter basket, that really gets me through. I can be sitting up here crying my butt off and think about stuff like that and laugh. And I'm like, okay, God, thank you.
You needed that, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Another thing that no, we gonna move ahead and get off of that because I done already shot Nene on here.
You never fail to amaze me. Just know that.
Oh, another thing that I have to deal with is guilt. Um, not necessarily now, but it's something that I have had to deal with. Since being diagnosed with sarcoidosis, the guilt of canceling plans, because I don't feel like showing up, or I don't have the energy to show up, or when I do show up, they can tell that I'm not having a good time, I'm not enjoying myself, and like I said, in the beginning, not so much as now, that really, really bothered me. And then, when they stop inviting you places because of that, then it doesn't take the guilt away. You still feel bad that you can't go because now they're not inviting you because when you were invited, you couldn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I said, that in itself, everything associated with silent illnesses, with sarcoidosis, that in my opinion, causes stress. Like I said, the guilt causes stress because now I'm stressing about that. And with the stress, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like I said, the diagnosis itself causes stress. Like I was the world's worst at overthinking everything, over analyzing everything down to my results, test results. I always was looking for a loophole for this or another explanation for that. being a nurse was a catch-22. My mom used to say, with some things, you know enough just to be dangerous. I was dangerous to myself, because even though the doctor would be like, okay, we can do this, we can do that, because I knew other things that would work, but they didn't work for a person with sarcoidosis, or they didn't work with the medication that I was taking for sarcoidosis. So, like I said in the beginning, I was more of a danger to myself than sarcoidosis, because I'm trying to do whatever I needed to do, take whatever I needed to take to get back to the life I had, or the
Right.
life I envisioned. And like I said, in the process of doing that, um, that caused more stress because nothing that I did worked. And then I feel, had to deal with the mental and emotional toll of, what if I had have done everything they suggested then? Would I still be in the same shape I'm in, right now? Even though I was doing what I had felt like I needed to do to be healthy and whole again. Um, I remember, days that I spent more time apologizing to people for me being sick and not being able to show up for them. I remember those days because I felt that guilty. Graduation, proms, just birthday parties, whatever. I found myself apologizing more to them than they were calling to check on me. And that's all hindsight now.
Yeah, you neglected yourself a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Um, like I said, even feeling guilty about needing to stop or take a break or rest. Like I said, I didn't want anybody to think I was lazy or that I just didn't want to do it. Because, at that age, at this age, there are things that I should be able to do that I can't do. Um, Compared to someone that does not have, sarcoidosis or the limitations that I have due to sarcoidosis.
Right.
Because I was 29 when I went from, like I said, 29 to 89 overnight, not being able to walk. It just seemed like it was overnight. It was gradually coming, but it was just like it got really bad overnight. Like I said, looking back now, I know that I had different symptoms that I wrote off as other things.
So when you first found out you had sarcoidosis, I mean, I know a lot of people when they find out they have something, the first thing they do is Google it. Did you do that?
I only did that when I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted to hear from the doctors.
So
Because
did you scare yourself more?
no, it made me more determined that they were wrong.
Gotcha.
That's what I was out to prove. They were wrong. What I really had, that was my thing. Because I'm like, this cannot be it. Something you don't know how I got it, and there's no cure for it. That can't be the case. That's not going to be the case. I will prove y'all wrong. You know what I mean? And because I did work in the medical field, I had access to doctors.
Right.
Um, so I was still able to reach out to them because when I was reaching out to them after I got out of the hospital, like I said, I didn't know I didn't have a job anymore. So I was still reaching out to them as a nurse.
Instead of as a patient or just
Right,
looking for assistance. Right.
right. I was still reaching out to the infectious disease doctors, you know, different doctors that I had access to, which was, plenty. Um, even with the pharmacists and stuff like that, I was able to reach out to all of them.
You
I
still
said,
have
I
the
didn't
VIP
realize it.
treatment.
Huh?
You still have the VIP treatment.
Yes, yes. Um, like I said, I was reaching out to them as a patient and didn't know it. Didn't know that I did not have a job anymore. But like I said, my thing was not to at first it was to prove them wrong, find out what I really have. And then the second was how to treat myself with what I already knew, you know, with the symptoms that I was having. So, yeah.
So, question. So, now that you know what you have, now you know the scenario. Can't you take that same like, okay, you proved them, even though the doctor said what they said, and you didn't prove them wrong on that scenario. Do you feel like now, especially since you're doing what you're doing, you can prove them wrong in a different way?
Yes, there's a doctor that I make an appointment for every November, the week of the 20th.
Hmm.
Um, she told me back in 2000 that no, it was 2001, November 2001, that I would be deceased. I would be unalive within a month if I did not figure out what was wrong with me. Yes. Um, and it's all because I wouldn't let him do a procedure that he wanted to do. The doctors that I worked for had sent me to him. Now I had waited like an hour in the room. I'd driven myself there. I'd actually went to work that morning and they sent me over there to him because I had new symptoms pop up, right?
Hmm.
I had a huge lip node pop up on my neck.
Oh wow.
And they sent me over there to him. He was an infectious disease doctor. I wait because they said that he was in surgery. He comes into the exam room. Not only does he still have on the scrubs with body fluids on it, but he has on Sunday shoes. So I refuse to let him aspirate that that lip node. Because what if I flinch and he slipped in those Sunday shoes and cut my throat? That's what I'm thinking. So he gets mad because I will not let him aspirate and get any fluid out and do cultures or whatever. So he's charting that in the chart, and while he's charting it, it's back to me. He says, "Well, you'll be out of here." He didn't say out of here. He just said you'll be deemed, within a month if you don't figure out what's wrong with you. He didn't ask me, "Is there anybody here with you?" Um, Nothing. He just upset because I wouldn't let him do that. So that's what he told me. I left. He was like, "Oh, don't worry. I'll call the doctor that you work for. Let him know that you won't be coming back to work." I ain't plan on going back that way. But now that you just said that, now I cried myself all the way home.
Right.
But because that did not happen, I make an appointment every November, and I have been doing that since that, since the following November. After that appointment, just to let him know I'm still here. He's either going to retire or I'm going to get tired of doing it. They make his office. They know I never show up. I never show up. But they always set that appointment. They call me and remind me of the appointment that's coming up. I never show. I just want to know that I'm still here.
Okay.
So, um, I know that I have defied the odds because he's not the only doctor. He told me that being petty because I
Mm,
wouldn't let him do something that he wanted to do.
right.
But I've had my specialists at the hospital that I do trust. You know, they've told me several. I've been put on hospice twice. You know, 6 months, 3 months, and I'm still here. So I know I have defied the odds. You know, as far as the medical, what the medical findings are at different times. You know, in 30 years. But what I am going through now, like I said, it's never been this bad. The treatments, the infusions that I'm taking now, I've seen other people on these treatments, and I have vowed that I would never do them. Um, and there's a story behind me saying that uh, when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, she did not want to do chemo treatments. Um, and being a nurse again, you know, I begged her, just please, just do one for every child. If you don't want to do it after that, I get it, you know. So she said, okay. She went against what she wanted to do what I asked her to do.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that it did no good, and she could have lived out the last 2 months of her life in a better state than she was if she had not listened to me. So when I got sick and that was an option back in the day, I was like, no, because why would I do it? And I asked my mama to do it, you know, and look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, here we are. Last July, you know, that was the only course of treatment I had left. Because in 30 years, you know, I've taken everything. And me not wanting to do it back then was just the guilt that I felt of asking her to do it.
Right.
So then, you know, I have to deal with that. What if I had taken this treatment back then? Would it be like it is now? You know,
Right.
it's a lot that goes into this. And a lot of it, like I said, started because of my prior mental health issues that I had, you know, from, like I said, being molested, domestic violence, all of that stuff plays a part into it. Um, but because of sarcoidosis, I was forced to, you know, seek mental health treatment. So, like I said, there have been a lot of things, blessings that came out of this. I would have not done it otherwise. I would not have sought treatment. Definitely would not have sought treatment for this mental health treatment. If I was still a nurse, if I was still working, I definitely would not have sought treatment because I was taking care of other people. Let me tell y'all, when my mama passed, I acted so ugly at work. I was still working in pediatrics then. I was mad at everybody that still had a mama, still had a grandmama, because I lost my grandmother and my mother months apart from each other. And even though I felt like I was ready to come back to work, they were like, we have never seen you like this. You know, what is wrong? They said they could tell I was just mad at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this lady, Lord have mercy. First time mother, she came in for the baby's 2-week checkup, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had her mother and her grandmother with her. There are 2 chairs in every exam room. I told him, y'all gonna have to pick. Y'all gonna have to pick. Both of y'all can't go back there. The other nurse came up. She was like, I'll get another chair from another room. That, you know, this is a I don't care. Somebody ain't gonna see something.
Oh my goodness.
So the doctor comes out and he was like, go sit in my office for a minute. I want to talk to you. I went and sat in his office. The other nurse took over my patients and put them in a room, put another chair in there so they could be in there with their first grandbaby, great grandbaby.
I'm poking.
The whole time I'm sitting in this man's office, I'm back there crying. At first, I was ready for him. Come on back here. We gonna be, we gonna be some furniture moving back here.
WWE on you too.
Right. He left me in his office for like 4 hours by myself. I went from mad to frustrated to just plain pitiful. By the time he came in, he left me in there long enough for me to go through all of that. When he came in there, he said, "Look, I already called somebody for you to go talk to. You need to talk to somebody about grief counseling." And all I heard was, "You're gonna be paid every Thursday evening to go sit and talk to somebody. We still gonna pay you."
Baby, they
Yes,
just wanted you to go sit down.
that's all I heard, right? So I'm like, "Oh, I can get out of work every Thursday at 12 to go sit and talk to somebody. Okay, I can do that." Honey, y'all would have thought I would have taken advantage of that. I did not. That lady fired me. Yes, she fired me. I would come to work on Thursdays. My appointment was at 1 o'clock every Thursday. So I would come to work on Thursdays in my scrubs. When I left to go to work, go to my appointment after lunch, I would be dressed in street clothes because I didn't want none of the patients to recognize me.
Oh
Be
wow.
like, our nurse is, got mental issues. She's sitting up here with the rest of us. So, you know, we may not be able to trust her with our kids. That's what I was thinking, you know? So, and like I said, my mom had passed. So I'm wearing my mama wigs to the appointments, in disguise and all this kind of stuff.
Oh Lord.
So it was one day, this lady, the little therapist they had me with. She said, "Do you think your mother would want?" Baby, I snatched that wig off so quick and I put it in her face. I was like, "You don't know what my mama would want. You don't know my mom." When they got me out of there, she sent a note. She sent a letter to the doctor and she called the doctor that I work for, told him I could not come back. She fired me through him.
You did a Medea.
Honey, up in there acting a fool, wipe my face with the crime, wipe my face with the wig and everything. She wrote all of that stuff down in the letter.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. So
baby.
I was not ready for mental health back then. I was still too angry. It was not going to do any good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
All I saw was that I was getting paid to be off every Thursday, but I wasn't there for the right reasons.
Right.
Like I said, I was still mad, still angry. Um, so this time, me seeking mental health treatment, I did it on my own. Nobody, sent me. Nobody offered me paid time off.
It means more when you do it yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why I say, if if you seek mental health treatment, just because you do, that means you're gonna instantly have a connection with the first person that you encounter, the first therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist.
Right.
Um, and that's okay. Because you don't click with everybody you meet on the street.
Right.
And it's the same way. If they want you to be compliant, there has to be a relationship there. There has to be a level of trust there. If I don't trust you, if I don't something about you I don't like, don't click with you, I'm not gonna be inclined to be compliant.
Right.
So
But you know,
I think it's
for me, I wasn't raised, and I know that's sad. Like growing up, it was always what happens in the house stays in the house, or like kind of you always have to bottle your feelings up. So to actually go and sit and talk to someone, it was like almost against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Like because the simple fact it was more of being judged for one. Two, again, it was like what happens stays within that house. or within yourself. And by me being a single child, it was like I never had anyone that I could actually just go vent to. And then I didn't trust nobody that much because I felt like, okay, once I leave, you're gonna go talk about it to someone else. You're gonna look at me upside my head thinking there's something wrong with me. Then just getting put on medicine, that really was just like the icing on the cake. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard to just accept the factor of sitting and talking without feeling judged or feeling like there's something wrong with you. And then, like, I was on medicine, but I'm not gonna lie, I took myself off because the medicine made me feel really down. Like, it made me not want to be here on this side of earth anymore. And so that was like, I just felt like a zombie. And I was like, see, this is what these people trying to do to me. And, they're trying to just make me be a rat, lab rat, example. Like, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to do therapy was the hardest thing because you just never know where their mindset is. I'm like, man, if I'm in here, you probably need to be in here. Like, I swear, I
Mm-hmm.
thought the worst of the worst, and I think that's why I've suffered so long with my issues because I didn't trust some people. I'm like, what makes you any better to say what's wrong with me?
I told you that I was up in there trying to get my psychiatrist to talk to me. Like,
Seriously, like,
I talked to you about what's going on with me. Then when we finished, you talked to me. I said, because you got to be some kind of off in the head to deal with people like me. So who you talking to?
right. You gotta vent this somewhere. You're not leaving this on your chest. So, who do you go to next? Cause
Right.
I get it.
That's what I'm saying. People sometimes they think, okay, well, if I go here and get with this person, it's gonna be a one stop shop, and it's not always like that because, like I said, I don't get along with everybody. I'm not gonna say get along, but I don't want to be best friends with everybody I meet on the street.
Right,
You know,
right.
I don't want to be best friends with everybody in my family.
I get it.
So, right. So to think that, and that's like with anybody, to think that just because they're in that profession that you have to be their patient or they have to be your doctor. That's not how it works. You need to have a relationship with your doctor. You need to be able to trust them. They need to be able to trust you.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if that is not there, then you're going to be non-compliant. Because I know I would have been. You saw what happened the first time when they sent me. I'm down there wearing a three-piece suit, honey, with my mama wig on, acting a fool.
Baby, you weren't ready for it that way. So it was like, look,
I
y'all,
was.
I just wanted free money.
That's it. I was tired. I was tired. I mean, I worked hard at that pediatric office. I was tired, so any way I could get a break, okay. And y'all paying me to go.
Like, yeah, you might as well go. Go
That
extra
should have
come back.
that should have let me know just how um serious it was. If the doctor that I worked for was going to pay me to go, it was a lot worse than what I thought it would.
Right. Right.
Cause see, they were on the outside looking at me, and I'm probably thinking, oh, it's just about an inch worth of, anger there. It probably was miles and miles, and they probably could see it all in me because they were like, "You just don't ever act like it. Act like what?"
With that in your throat.
Yes, yes. So yeah,
I get it.
when it's like you said, it's only effective when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what any and everything is only effective when you're ready.
Right. And another thing I've learned, because like you said, you have to, like, I made my own family as well. I tell my kids all the time, they always say blood is thicker than water. Like, you hear that growing up. However, I use this analogy now. I'm like, if you get in a pool of water and you get in a pool of blood, what's gonna make you drown quicker? Obviously the blood, you know what I'm saying? Like blood goes
Mm-hmm.
around you just as quick as a random. So, don't I told them don't always utilize that family because of them being your family, they treat you in a manner feeling like that's acceptable because of the DNA. So
Right.
sometimes you have to go outside of just to even vent because family talks. So if you
Yeah.
go outside of that norm, you can at least talk to people that aren't going to have that same demeanor that your
Exactly.
family would. So yeah, it's harder to vent to your family because you're going to be a subject compared
Yes.
to a random that's they're probably going to support you more, and even if they do talk about it, it's not going to be in that circle.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right. That has kept me quiet about a lot of things, Nene. Um, Especially if we're gonna go back and talk about, the sexual abuse, that kept me quiet about that. Even after, I told, it still kept me quiet.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't talk about that. Like I said, because family talks. But here's the thing, when it's something like that, they don't.
Well,
They
they'll
play
talk about it the
quiet
right
now
way to support you.
when it comes to stuff like that. When you got a predator in the family, everybody mouth closed in.
Oh yeah, 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 because they don't want it to look. They don't want to look bad. They
Right.
don't want the family to look. Yeah.
And my thing has always been, how could you look any worse with this joker in the family?
Hmm.
Because you got to think, if he's this person in the family, he's still the same person outside in the world.
And then they should have put themselves in your situations. That's what's wrong with people today. Regardless of if you're not, you can always put yourself in that shoe, knowing how you would feel.
And what I was told when I asked is that I did for you what was done for me. My mom did for me what was done for her. So it was a generational thing.
Mm.
Nobody got any justice. Nobody.
And when you have so much hurt over the years to have nothing to even do with your health, that's why it's harder to even try to push through with that too, because you're already dealing with things that have scarred you mentally
Hmm.
prior to. So now you have something that's really big, this bigger scar, and you just really added to what you've already went through, and
Exactly.
that's where it's hard to heal.
Exactly. And that's why I think that autoimmune diseases, and I'm speaking for myself again, sarcoidosis, the reason that I have sarcoidosis is because I already had so much stuff going on, so much stress that my immune system was weakened, which allowed me to come into whatever I came into contact with that turned into sarcoidosis. It's only because my immune system was already so weakened by everything that I had endured. Like I said, I was in elementary school with bleeding ulcers, with migraine headaches. And like I said, it didn't get any better. Life just, things just kept, piling up. Like I said, I made decisions that I made out of hurt, out of trauma. Those decisions led to more consequences, more reactions, more stress.
Hmm.
So all that stress had to manifest itself in some way, just like it manifested itself in the form of bleeding ulcers. And
Hmm.
what does the autoimmune disease mean? Your body is attacking itself,
Right.
just like the ulcers. My body was attacking itself. That's why the ulcers were bleeding because they're, eating into the lining of my stomach, causing the migraine headaches, because I just had, so, I mean, like I said, elementary school kid hospitalized for bleeding ulcers and migraine headaches. And everybody like they don't know what's
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah. But nobody ever asked me. And that's what I was waiting on before I even told them about, what was going on. I was waiting on someone to ask me what was going on. And nobody did.
Right.
I would always hear, she does well by herself. She likes being by herself. So I thought that was what I was supposed to do, be by
Yeah, you
myself.
convinced yourself of it from hearing it so much. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a self-starter. You don't have to do anything with her. You know, I went from hearing it at home to hearing it at school to that became who I was. Not that I wanted to be by myself as a child, but when you hear that and it
Mhm.
seems to be pleasing to the adults, it seems to be a good thing.
Mhm.
You
Then you
want
think
to do
that's
what
the
makes
way
them
to go.
happy, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I tell people all the time now. Leaving me by myself, that's not punishment. I'm used to that.
I get it.
I am used to that. That doesn't hurt my feelings. It hurts my feelings the way that they leave. If I really thought, it was a friendship there or something, and then they found out, like I said, about the sarcoidosis, and they're like, oh, that's just too much. They don't really say that, but their actions show that, nah,
Mhm.
that's just too much. When they
Right.
leave like that, yeah, I'd rather somebody just tell me. And that's why I start our friendship now. I'm like, hey, if you don't want to be friends, if it's too much for you, just let me know. I understand that.
Right.
More so than me calling you and you just not answering one
Right.
day and that's it. You know?
I get it. I
And
get it.
I know this illness is a lot because it's a lot for me. I don't know from one day to the next
Right.
what to expect.
I suffer with endometriosis, and with that, it makes you feel like you're in labor. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the longest, the pain in my stomach, like I just hurt every day, crawled the floor, hurt every day. And so the guys I dated thought something was wrong with me. They thought it was some more of, oh, I got something. Not
Mm-hmm.
understanding that it was from other things, and and even explaining it to my mom and stuff. When people, like you said, they truly don't understand what you're going through, I was trying to figure out, what am I really hurting that bad, or am I making this up, or am I making it more than what it is, because nobody else is taking it as serious like I am. So I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
then you get to the point of like, well, oh well, I'm not gonna, like you said, you don't say anything anymore because it feels like no one is really understanding you or even cares to that point like you care. And so you just go through the pain, you go through the process. But I got hospitalized. Well, I ended up getting a shot to put me in full blown menopause. Well, that wasn't even the best, but I got hospitalized when I had a hysterectomy because I got an infection. And so I kept telling my mom, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. When I got to the hospital, the people told me if I did not show up, I would not be here today because of the infection. And that's when she took it seriously. And I'm just like, all this time I'm telling y'all A, B, C, and D. And it took this man to say that my life is on the line for you to finally understand what I've been going through for years. And I still
Mm.
semi go through it because they gave me a shot for whatever. But every blue moon, I still feel that pain. And it's just like you get to the point where it's like you numb yourself to it, like you got it, it's gonna be there. It is what it is. Like I just gotta accept this is what like you said, this is what it is. But people will never understand what you're really going through if they've never been through it.
Right. I can definitely relate to what you were saying. After hearing, that family members were saying, oh, it's not that bad. It can't be that bad.
Yep.
Then you start thinking, is it really that bad?
Right.
But like my ex-husband used to say, yeah, you push up, you keep pushing through, you keep doing this, keep doing that. But this person, that person. But at the end of the day, when you're in the hospital, who's there? They're not there.
Right.
When you up all night crying, can't breathe, they're not here. He said, but I am.
Right.
And he said, not only is it not fair to you, it's not fair to us either. And he was right. Because after I, push my body beyond, way beyond the limits. Then I'm dragging in the house and they're witnessing, what's going on after the fact.
Right.
They're the ones that are having to call the ambulance in the middle of the night because my crazy tail done passed out somewhere, you know?
Yeah. So I get it, cousin. I do. And sometimes just being silent feels like it's better than talking. But then sometimes your silence is louder than your talk.
True. Especially when you got people that are connected to you that can feel, whether you're talking or whether you're silent.
Right.
Because, like I said, y'all gonna hit me up at the right time every day. And it's funny that y'all don't hit me up at the same time, but y'all gonna hit me up. you know, like I said, some days all I can hear is Queen Bee voice say, "Just stop, just cut out the bullshit." And she meant that.
Yeah.
I needed that though. And like I said, even though she said that I needed to hear, it still scared me because I'm thinking I can't fool her. And I'm used to being able to fool people. Or like you said, so I thought.
That's when you know you got something real in your corner.
Exactly. Exactly. And not having had that like that other than my mother, it did, it freaked me out a little bit because I'm like, okay, I just can't say anything. I just can't say like I'm fine, I'm okay, or put on a happy face or a happy voice because she gonna know the truth.
Right.
I
She a
came
real
around.
ways. Because she gets in the car and ride with you through roads and no roads. Like I will always at Team Queen.
What you say? I said
She's
she
a
can get
real
in the
one
car.
because anybody they can ride with somebody that rides on roads that disappears and reappears. Like that's a real one. You will never find nobody else like Queen V. Like she a real one. Ain't no way. I've been still trying to figure out where I'm at. Like ain't no way. The road disappears and it reappears, and you don't come off the gas. Ain't no way.
Well, I mean, it's no sense in coming off the gas if you're in a ditch. You can get stuck. So you just keep the pedal to the metal. You're going to connect to the road again.
Baby, you that pedal, that metal, that Queen V and Leroy, y'all can have y'all's ditches and roads and rivers and woods. I tell you that she's a real one. She a real one. Honey, by the time you find another road, y'all might as well call my mom and tell her to go ahead and call this funeral home because I'm gone. My heart already dead. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna now meet my maker.
No, it's not that bad.
Go ahead. I'll give her y'all. I'll give you the number, and y'all got CJ number. Just Whitney Funeral Home is the name of the funeral home, and my wig is already in the bag. Just let me be good.
Not that bad, I promise you. The Queen Bee might say otherwise, but it wasn't that
Queen
bad.
B said she had to get a whole blood pressure pill twice in one day. Baby, I'm trying to get the right stuff. No thanks.
Queen Bee talking about, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
She's still traumatized. No. And how long ago was that? Y'all can have it.
That just let you know how quick it was. We were off 1 minute. And I mean, yeah, she probably still remember the grass hitting the windshield or something like that. But other than that, I mean, we connected right back to the road.
I'm so happy for y'all that y'all did. But this ain't the Bible days where, I'll be on a minute, where you part in the Red Sea and walking on water these ain't them times for me. You know what I'm saying? So the roads out here in Houston, they don't disappear. Um,
My
So,
driver will test your face.
that mustard seed seems real big right now. So I'm just gonna tell you now, Queen V I'm gonna bring her a trophy. She a A1. She a real one all day. You're a real one, Queen. I hope you hear me. I'm not playing over the river and through the woods to grandma's house again.
But at the end of the day, we made it. We made it.
And that's a blessing.
Now,
I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna find out with y'all. That's gonna be
everybody, When we got in the nail salon, everybody that thought we were drunk because we were laughing so hard. And I was telling the girl that was doing my toes, I was like, look, we've been all in the bushes trying to get here. She was like, really? And I was like, yeah.
You need a Hummer, Denise. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you need a H2 Hummer metal, because ain't no way. But,
My son said if they would just put a camera on me for 24 hours, they would have enough episodes for 40. What did he say? They have enough episodes for 48, 30 minutes, like three or four seasons.
I can believe that.
Because
I
I
can
mean,
believe that.
yeah, I mean, interesting things happen. I don't create that kind of stuff. Interesting things happen, um, whether I'm here or when I leave the house. But not cousin talking about, okay, Melvin Jr.
I'm telling you, I'm so glad y'all, we're all one happy family, so I can bring CJ out there. I'm so glad y'all love him more than me, because I'm telling you, that's the only way we're going anywhere is I'm in the car with CJ. We'll follow you guys. We will not be in one car together. We don't have to love each other that tight. Like,
Yes, we
I
do.
want to miss you a little bit, so I'll be in the car behind you, and we'll get to our destination. But it's no way.
If there is another driver on the premises, don't worry, I will not even take my car keys
No,
out.
I want you to, because I want to record it.
Oh,
So yeah, I got you. But I won't be in the car recording. I'll just be behind y'all watching. And when you come out on the other side of the ditch and through the walls and stuff, we gonna be right there waiting for y'all. Like,
when I come back on the road, y'all
oh,
gonna
oh,
be on the
yes,
road.
I'm gonna tell CJ to slow down, because we gonna hear you coming before we see you.
Come talk about we going live for that one.
Oh hell yeah! You gonna be rich with all the views you get. You going viral, girl. We gonna call it the drive through the Sarcoidosis. Hey, she made it out. All right.
I need to have a camera going in the car though, so I can record Queen Bee face because we were just talking all the time. Queen Bee said, I don't think this is the right way. Oh, don't worry, Queen. We got it. We gonna catch the road again. And she was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, see?
I be that backseat best friend that's like, the hell with you, stop the car.
Oh
Let
no.
me out.
No, we can't stop. Once we get off road, we can't stop. No stopping. Now stop when we get back on the road. I
But
do.
let me
That's
tell you
what I'm
something. Out
supposed to
here in Texas, we got the tuck and roll. When people flee, I will tuck and
do.
roll and figure it out. I am not going
No,
to do this with y'all.
no,
Mm-mm.
not the tuck and roll.
That's what, when you running from the cops and you the passenger, you tuck and roll. Get the hell out and go. So I will exhibit that for y'all out there.
No,
Yep.
no, we don't want to do that. Like I said, I like to say it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna eventually end up on the road again. So it's no sense in jumping out a perfectly good airplane. You know what I mean? A perfectly good car. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. I ain't
So
gonna let that happen to you.
they got parachutes for reasons around these campsites. Say what you want. I bring the car seat so I land soft.
I ain't gonna let that happen to you.
Hey, I know
We
you're
can be made it back in one piece.
not. I love y'all. God knows I do. I do anything for y'all, but I'm not riding with you.
Well, yeah, we might need to watch a scary movie later on that night so y'all can play it on the TV after y'all record it.
We ain't gotta watch no scary movie. We just gonna rewatch what we just
That's
seen.
what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good to go. I'm gonna put that on a TV show.
A mess. A mess.
Mm-mm.
Well, at least I know I can handle the car in any kind of driving situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if anybody decide to go hit up a bank or something, you're definitely gonna be the driver. You definitely set it off. Other than that, cousin, we going to the nail shop. I'm going to the nail shop in one set of mindset.
Queen Visa, she was so happy to get to the nail shop. Now she didn't tell me this then. I just heard about this not too long ago. She said she was so glad to get to that nail shop, so she wanted to kiss the ground with the car.
And then you said that I'm over exaggerating. Queen looked like she did a waiting to exhale. It was from her soul.
I didn't know about that until
Yeah, you know how
recently.
somebody got to take 2 blood pressure pills in one day and they ain't medicated for that? That was enough for me. I said, all right, yep, no.
Ooh. And I didn't even have to take one.
You're used to it.
I've been driving since before I went to elementary school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
You
an
know,
expert. Thank
you
you.
and Little Lee got not more than 9 lives, so you know,
Yes, I'm used to this.
you
I'm
true to
used to
this.
it.
That's what
And
you
that
are.
part, that part, that
Yeah.
part.
But people like us, like me, mm-mm.
All it takes is one ride. I'll take you to the store. I'll show you where they
Yeah, store away to heaven. I know you know that.
It's a straight shot. It's a straight shot.
Baby, I'm gonna be playing Tamala Man, take me to the king when I get in the car with y'all. I ain't lying.
And then on the way back, I was like, "Oh, Queen B, so relaxed. You go to sleep." Queen B said, "Child, I had to. I couldn't take no more."
My blood pressure was spiked. She up there in the 215 over 185 trying to figure out what the hell. Boy, when she got back to Florida, all she wanted to do, she had better chances on riding her amusement ride.
Without a seatbelt.
Man, Queen was like, ooh,
Cousin said she had
touchdown.
the shield of God surrounding the car.
And she probably
Came
wouldn't sleep.
out
She
with no
probably was
strength.
praying.
She might have been now that I know that, she was taking 2 blood pressure pills. Queen B, so by the time she got home, she had ran out of.
It was off the chain.
Baby, ain't no way. I'm telling you, when we have our meet and
I'm so
greet,
glad to be back on Florida soil. I was glad to be back on Florida soil.
baby, I'm telling you, you was singing "Take Me to the King." And look, you talking about you got that bag in your back seat just in case something happened with the orange nail polish. Hell with it, just in case I bring mine too. 'Cause- Mm-mm.
You said I only took 7 pills. How many did you have when you left?
None.
I could have gave you one of mine. I'm pretty sure we probably on the same ones. I could have gave you one of mine. But next
Dang.
time, to bring the whole bottle.
That part. Or ride with me and CJ.
So y'all gonna just leave me out there?
We gonna let Linus ride with you. She said she was gonna ride with you. Y'all have y'all little baskets in the back that y'all gonna bring to the wedding. Start early. You start early, but I'm gonna let Linus go with you. She be out.
I should have.
Oh yeah, I have some. I have some.
I see so many miles.
That's why it don't bother her. Her driving don't bother her because she on her own medicine. Baby.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Dukes of Hazard. Like when y'all say this shit, I'm seeing cars flying in the sky and shit.
And that's what I envision too, Nene. That's because I want to be able to dive head first through the window. You know what I mean?
Ain't
I
no
did.
way.
I thought about getting my car door welded shut on my other car, my Buick Regal. I wanted the door welded shut so I could dive through it, through the window.
You need to dive and bust your head on the top of the damn thing.
But then somebody said, "Well, who? If nobody's in the car, how you gonna let down the window?" And I was like, "Good point. Good point." Because
That
Buick 79 Buick Regal did not have no,
don't
no
put a
key
bag up to the
fob that you
window.
could just press and let the window down.
Mm-mm.
Hey, see, but that's the thing. Just to get out of it, you gotta have the window down so it don't be down when that get back.
Well,
And
that's
then if
true.
it rain and
But
stuff,
see,
then what?
if you know me, cousin, I would forget to let the window down before I got out. Right.
You just gonna just get out. Mm-mm.
Yes. That would be something I would do. You know? Hey, you
Okay.
get that knot on your head, honey, the yeah, but it's the window on the car. I told y'all about that time I was going. Well, we'll talk about this some other time. Uh-huh.
Yep. Well, y'all see that we're not gonna be riding with Denise when we meet.
Decisions made out of trauma. I'm telling you, had consequences. I had a big knot on my head because of some decisions, but not from driving.
You know what I'm talking about? You're not proving me wrong, Bill.
You not proving me wrong, Melvin
Well,
Jr.
Melvin can't drive. He just messing up Ubers. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah,
can't just call her Uber Junior.
yes,
If he could,
absolutely.
the roads would be clear.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, the point is, you got stories like Mel. She can make a series with her life events.
True that. True that. My kids as well, they will tell you they've had an interesting childhood with me being their mother.
Hey, I bet it wasn't born.
Oh no, no, it wasn't that. It
That's
wasn't
all
that.
that matters. Bet it wasn't born.
Oh no.
Bet they put their seatbelts on without being asked too.
Oh yeah, I had this rule when they were younger. I don't even know where it came from. If the car was in reverse, everybody had to be turned to the back, like these little kids in the car seat could tell me.
But
My
what?
mom was like, "What?" She said, "That still makes no sense to me to this day." She said, "Then you had there to get an attitude if somebody was looking straight ahead. Turn your head to the back. Whichever way the car was going, that's where everybody
I'm
had to
trying to figure out what they was gonna help you with. Poor baby. They finna get a whooping and everything because they not looking back. About face. Oh my god. Oh
Maybe
baby.
somebody could say, "Watch out," or
That's what your
something.
mirrors is for, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, I don't need those. I
Which makes me more adamant on not riding with you.
don't
He
need
taking
those.
all mirrors off the car.
Yeah, I don't really need those.
Lord, them babies.
I just need my windshield to be clean. That's the only way I'm going. I don't really need the other stuff.
You didn't teach them how to drive, did you?
Oh no, I couldn't do it.
All
I
right, see.
couldn't do it. No, that my nerves are too bad for that.
Okay.
Nope. And by the time they were, old enough to drive, I had already been in that bad car wreck and I was having flashbacks. No, I couldn't do it. Couldn't
Nice.
do it at all. Whew.
Well,
I'm gonna go back to my list now. We don't, but y'all, if y'all ever need a driver or anything like that, and you're in Alabama, just hit me up.
okay. Look,
You gonna get there. I can tell you that you gonna get there. Lamont to put in the comments, tell me some hell no.
telling you, man, don't. You can be a fool, but don't be a damn fool. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. I got you. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
Mm-mm. Go on the spirit
Oh
walk. I never go on your spirit walk.
yeah, and that going on the spirit walk is all right.
Because I'm walking.
I think I got enough blood pressure pills, Denise. I'm sorry.
You don't have enough, Lamont. I got some. I got you. I got you. Don't
Nate. My nose be shut.
y'all focusing on the wrong thing. Y'all not focusing on getting there. And you know what I'm saying?
You trying to
Y'all
take us to the king. That's what you're trying to do when we already got blood. You don't have blood
See,
pressure issues like we have blood
yes,
pressure.
I do. I have blood pressure. I take blood pressure medication every day.
Yours is for the pain.
Yes, but it's still
Uh,
high at times.
but see, you're immune to your driving.
I'm telling you, Devon, they only keep me 30.
I don't know who she's trying to convince, but we are not convinced. Just letting you know that now.
Okay, I'm just telling y'all, I'm just letting y'all know that I'm available only during daylight hours, though.
Damn, so
Only during daylight hours.
go with her at night if you want to.
Yeah, don't. I'm not. No, I'm not taking you anywhere at night because Milton Leroy and I are not going anywhere at night. So
Well,
during the daylight hours only. If you need our assistance, we are here. Cousin, why you put angel wings in the comments?
told you it's gonna be singing Tamala Man. Take me to the king.
Oh, mess. Oh.
All right, let's get back to reality because that ain't gonna happen. So we gonna go on back to reality.
Yes. Then they look at the comments that I just pinned on the screen.
All I
Do
see
you
is
see?
I think that's Leo's. It says same how that's how important to handle.
You put angels with.
What happened? That one right
Oh,
there.
anybody need a driver in New York? I'm your man. Boy, I tell you that I ride with Denise before I ride with you.
Melvin over here on YouTube talking about anybody need a driver in New York. I'm your man.
Baby, you ride with Melvin if you want to. Melvin can't even get in an Uber and ride, let alone somebody get behind somebody's wheel and drive. Melvin ain't nobody gonna let you drive them nowhere. Promise.
Nowhere.
Gonna drive them right through a wall, and they ain't even gonna make it to the heavens because they God gonna sit them down for being a damn fool to ride with you.
A mess. No, he didn't have none to put that in the comment. Okay,
Mm.
Melvin.
You gotta have a
Okay,
car to
Melvin.
drive anyway. Shit,
Thank
Power
you.
wheel.
Thank you. Oh, oh. Another thing that people don't talk about, what we already touched on, was the push through pressure. Like I said, I spent a lot of time, years, apologizing to people for not being able to show up. Um, but prior to that, I was showing up even when I didn't. Brittany said I would ride with you sis before I hop in the car with Mel. Oh, it's got to be because of Melvin though.
That's the only way we all get in the car with you. If it's you and
Okay.
Melvin there, we're all calling up in your car.
That's the only way I get in the car with you, Denise.
Really? All y'all feel like that?
That's why we're your family. We're gonna be honest to you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. If it come down to it, I'm gonna have the back door open. Y'all just slide on in. I'm gonna get y'all there and back safely.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, the push through pressure. Um, and along with that push through pressure, you have, like I said, people a lot of times they don't know what to say. But I've had people telling me just stay positive. Um, and let me see if I can say this where it makes a little bit sense. But when they say stuff like that, just stay positive, or it feels like they think that I'm weak, and I feel like I need to prove my strength. And by proving my strength, that means that I ignore my body signals that, hey, let's take a break, hey, let's sit down, or let's just call it a day. um Pushing through, I had to figure out pushing through does not help facilitate my healing. I caused more harm to myself um than I did um anything. If anything, I caused more harm to myself by pushing my body beyond its limits. um but like I said, there's a guilt and a sense of weakness that was associated with that. that I had to learn that that is not the case at all. I need to take a break, or I may need to, skip an event. And if I'm doing something, like I said, taking a break or just saying, hey, this is enough for the day. If my body says this is enough for the day, this is enough for the day, regardless of who I'm doing it with, who I'm doing it for. Re- That's it. I can only do what I can do. And now that I don't see that as weakness, it's a lot better. But prior to coming to that conclusion that it wasn't a sign of weakness, it wasn't laziness, it didn't matter who said that I let them down by not showing up. I have to be true to myself. I have to honor my body. I only have one. And at the end of the day, they sleeping fine while I'm up looking at my body like it, like my legs belong to somebody else because they hurting so bad.
Mhm.
Or I'm up doing breathing treatments every 4 hours while they're sleeping fine.
Mhm.
And like I said, push through, people seeing you push through. And I know a lot of people don't understand. Like I said, it's from lack of understanding. And a lot of people just don't want to understand because it's not them. Like you said, a lot of people can't understand what you're going through until they actually walk in your shoes. And I wouldn't wish this on anybody. So, like I said, at the end of the day, not just because I have sarcoidosis, not just because anyone has any kind of illness, you still have to do what you need to do for you first. Even on the airplane, they say if something goes on, the plane's going down, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you try to save anybody else. And that's how it works in life. And that's how it works with this illness that I'm dealing with. I have to make sure that I'm okay because nobody else can make sure I'm okay if I'm not. The next thing is I call it the identity shift, realizing that, this illness changes more than my body, it changes me, you know. Um, Realizing that I'm losing parts of my own life and adjusting to the new normal of who I am now. I mean, I'm still me. It's just a different version of me. And at times I don't like this version of me because it's been 30 years, plus years, but it's sometimes, long for that old version. I just don't know what it feels like to be that person anymore. I don't know what it feels like to wake up and not hurt. I don't know what it feels like to be able to walk 5 miles a day and not need oxygen or inhalers. Like I said, I went years praying that I wake up and be that person that I used to be, just feel better. And then I realized I don't even know what that feels like anymore. I don't even. Now that's foreign. And it's like I said, the grieving process is not just like you accept it and it's over with. It's not like that. Um, I might hit milestones in my life, like when I turned 50, even though it was a blessing to see 50, I was happy to see 50, as I am every year since then. But at 50, I assumed my life would be different. Um, so it was kind of bittersweet because it reminded me of what the dreams that I previously had for my 50th birthday. And that was not to be. That's not the birthday that I had. So it's just not, like I said, a process where you go through and you're like, okay, that's no longer my life. That's not how my life is going to be. I accept this. The things that might happen that trigger those memories, you know? And even though I don't grieve as hard for my own life, I still sometimes, have times where I think about what could have been, what I thought should have been. Um, and figuring out how to do things how to do things that I planned on doing, but now adjusting to doing them with sarcoidosis. Yeah. Oh, a lot of issue that I had here lately was, or recently, was y'all and other people thinking that I was so strong when I felt like it was fraud. I was a fraud because I'm like, yeah, I am sitting up crying at night for one reason or another, and y'all thinking that I'm strong. That is not the case.
But that doesn't mean that you're not strong because you cry. Because strong people do cry. Because you're able to push through something that I don't know if I would have had it if I'd been able to push like you. So
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you're not weak. That's like a man having a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always feel like we're stronger than men because a man could not know
true
it's
that.
the pain that we endure, that our body has to endure. And we cry, we scream, all of that. That doesn't make us weak. We're strong because we're able to do it. So, there's nothing weak about you. And you're even stronger because you
Right.
push through
I agree
and
with that.
you push through with the outlook of us not knowing that you're going through anything. Because a lot of people soak in their misery instead of trying to find a way to push through it and look for people to
Right.
pity their situation. And you've not one time ever came on any type of social media looking for us to pity you.
That's right.
So, no, there's nothing. Denise, let me tell you something. There is absolutely not one thing weak about you. Just because you cry because of simple fact. It's questions, the cure scenario, and the pain. That's something that, yeah, you should cry about. However, you cry and you push. Because you get back online, you keep doing the lives, you're educating us. Your laughter makes us laugh. So there, to me, you have not a weak bone in you.
I just didn't want people to think that, okay, he's so strong that isn't, and not knowing that what they feel like doing, I'm actually doing too. They might feel like screaming and crying, and that's exactly what I'm doing when I'm not online.
But it's a
It's
relief.
just like it was like me going to mental health treatment when I was working.
That's
I would
right.
change
Sometimes
clothes.
it's hard to think you're not strong.
As Queen B says, I have survived 100% of my worst days, and I'm
You
still
survived
here.
hospice twice, and I keep telling you,
Yeah,
I don't know too many people that they put in hospice and they make it out. I really don't. When you hear hospice, 9 times out of 10, when days are counted.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
30 years down the line that you have been here, you've prospered. Yes, you're still going through what you're going through. However, I mean, and Richard, I can't think of his Smallwood, I think it was last name. He says your tears are just a release of what you're going through. So yeah, you cry, you release it, and you keep going. Weak people lay in their misery. I've never just seen you just lay. Even when we can't see you're doing something. You and Milton going to the car. Your car wash really just entertains me. However, you find a way to get through what you're going through. And yeah,
Yeah.
you covered up things, but we all have moments that we cover up stuff that we don't want people to see. That still doesn't make us weak. We just sometimes don't want to explain.
True.
And ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. That's why people wear makeup sometimes. You don't always want to explain why you feel the way you feel when you know what I'm saying, because you're putting on makeup. And it ain't always just enhancement. Sometimes you just don't have the confidence when you're in yourself, so you put something on because you don't
Yeah.
want to explain that.
Yeah. That
So
makes sense.
get
Yeah.
that out your head. You're not weak. I don't want you to. I don't want to ever hear you tell us again that you're weak. There's nothing weak about you. Even your driving is strong. Nothing weak about you.
Even my driving is strong. Y'all heard that.
It's
Now,
strong.
now,
Now, I
out of
never
all
said
the
that we were
things,
going to get in the car with you.
out of
However,
all the things you said, that's what I heard. Like Melvin, go get your ass whooped.
you're strong. You know what I'm saying? Because you're able to take the wheel, put the pedal to the floor, and get somewhere and be okay. That's the strong person. However, the passengers are weak.
I'm gonna help y'all get y'all faith together. That's what
Oh,
I'm here for. I'm gonna
I
help
don't
y'all
like
get.
to. I don't like to work. So they say faith without work is nothing. I'll be nothing. I don't want to work.
Oh,
I'm talking about. Honey, I'm gonna go down to the holiness church, and if anybody want to start tearing and talking in tongues, I'm gonna put them in the back seat of that Nissan and take them down the road and see if they don't
they
start when they get back.
they gonna speak in another tongue, but it ain't gonna be the one that nobody understands. We'll all be able to understand what they're gonna say.
All the adjectives and stuff they'll be using.
Beep 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 beep. And it ain't a horn blowing. Believe me on that. And they gonna come out saying, "Lord, have mercy on me." Yeah.
I help them. I'm gonna help them out.
Baby, no, it's all right. We don't need that faith. We.
We're gonna be playing Leave Williams the whole time, in and out the ditch, cooling waters.
Ain't no way. That's what I say. In their head, they're gonna be singing Tamala King, take me to the King. Tamala Man, take me to the King. It's all right. It's all right, but ain't nothing weak on you, man. Absolutely nothing. You
Just,
strong. You give yourself.
I was telling I was telling Queen Bee, I think I made a post because I remember Queen Savage commenting on the shoes. I said, I don't have the sense to quit. And she told me, thank God that's the sense you didn't get. That's what Queen Savage left up under that post. But there have been, a few times that I tried to quit, that I wanted to quit. Like I said, even when Milton Leroy came in the picture in March. No, that wasn't March. Y'all see that? This is April. Milton Leroy came in August of last year. Because, like I said, it wasn't that I was quitting. I didn't consider quitting and just giving in to this illness the same thing. My body was hurting. I mean, it was just like onset. I was stiff. I could barely walk. I mean, it was a mess. Fevers, lymph nodes popping out everywhere. And I'm like, I don't think I can do this again. I can't go through this again. And here come Milton Leroy. You gonna get up for something. Matter of fact, I was up going through it the night that the morning that he came here. That's the reason that I was up at that time of morning, up hurting. And I can truly say God will give you what you need when you need it. It may not look like it, how you thought it would come.
Right.
But he know if it hadn't been a baby outside crying, I would have went somewhere. I wouldn't even let up the window. I'd call the police because who's leaving babies outside? But a cat or a dog, I'd get up for that.
Oh Lord.
I always said my mama was she was so in love with babies and stuff like that. She'd be like, if nobody, if somebody don't want their baby, they can just bring it and leave it on my doorstep. And I was like, honey, I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would.
You done left Jesus in the basket, huh?
Baby, I wish somebody would leave a baby on my doorstep. If they leave it on the front door, I'm going out the back and I'm calling the police and the ambulance, not for the baby, for myself. Because, I need to go to the hospital. If somebody, they can't be in their right mind to leave a baby on my doorstep. They
The
probably
baby
think
needs
just
to go
because
to
I work in
spiritual.
pediatrics, I would be good with them. I wouldn't mistreat them. I just rather deal with Milton Leroy's.
They want the baby to go on a spiritual walk with you. That's all.
No,
She said,
no, no, no. Milton Leroy's just fine. Like I said, the four-legged babies I do better with, and that's exactly what God sent in August. He knew, like Queen said, he knew you needed a reason to get up, and he knew what to do. Milton Leroy.
Yep. That's your why. That's your purpose.
Because this joker stayed out there I looked out the door and saw him out there, and I was like, that's a setup. I'm not going out there. So I came back in here, sat down, let the window up, because I was just like, his mama gonna come back and get him, or he gonna find his way to his mama or the other little mates. He stayed out there hollering until the sun came up. And I went out there and got him, gave him a bath, and he been in here the whole time. Well, I did take him to the pound. I took him to the pound because I'm like, I'm going to surrender him because this is just cruel. Why would God, I don't want to take care of nobody. I can't hardly take care of myself right now. I can't hardly get up.
Mm-hmm.
And Queen B was like, I knew the whole time you were not going to give him up. So I took him the first time and, they were talking about how they didn't have no funding and all of this and that. And I was like, okay, well, I will foster him. And so when I took him back the second time, he had on clothes. And when they took him out of the carrier, they said, what? You're not going to give him up. And he's got on clothes. I put him in the car here. I take him home. Put him on back in the car.
They're like, why you do all this just to?
Yes.
You're supposed to bring him naked nude.
You done brought this baby. He got clothes and everything. And then you talking about y'all can have him? Nah. She said, why would you? He's got on clothes. Put him in the car. Put him back in the car. Oh, Milton Leroy didn't even look like he was worried. Cousin said the purpose was for you to get off your ass. That's right. That's exactly right. And God knew what it would take for me to get up off my ass because I was at the point where I was like, this is too bad. I can't fight through this. I don't have the strength to fight through this. I'm just going to lay here and let it take, do what it's going to do. And we almost coming up on another year,
That was your why. That was your push.
Exactly.
Those cats would have beat him up in that shelter because they would have thought Milton was Gucci.
And now we taking his hand-me-down down to the shelters.
Why
why he can't go over there and hang with Melvin cats.
That's it. That's why he got jumped the other week and robbed of his necklace. That's exactly why.
Yeah, yeah, because he's bougie. He a bougie cat.
He is, and he knows it. He
Mm,
is.
ain't nothing wrong
Um,
with it. That's your guy.
he is. He know that he has to pray over his food, or else he don't eat. Um, even if I accidentally put his food down, he will not eat it, and he'll be trying to push his hand because I put my hand on his head and pray over him before he eats. So if I don't say it, he'll be trying to push his head into my hand before he eats.
He like, hurry up so I can get my kibbles and
Yes,
bits. Like
yes,
that at him.
yes, yes. Milton Leroy, like I said, if I anoint myself, I anoint his head too. His head be greasy and everything. Everybody in the house getting a blessing.
Hey, with your name on it.
Yes, yes. And I use vitamin E oil on my face every morning. And sometimes, throughout the day. Um, so now I have to put the excess on Milton Leroy face every morning now.
Oh wow.
Yes. Because you want me to put some on him.
Milton is not a cat. This is not cat activities.
He want me to rub on his face every morning. After I finish putting the oil on my face, I have to put it on his face too now.
My God.
So he run around with a little oily face up until until it absorbs in his skin.
Wow.
Oh, that's my baby.
Yeah,
That's my baby.
that's not a cat.
Nah. Well, all of my pet children have been like that. The vet would always say because I humanized them so much, that's why they live so long. The Missy just passed in February. She would have been 23 in June.
Oh God.
Um, my Doberman Pinscher lived beyond, what they said she should have lived. And he said, because you've humanized them so much, they live a great life. And they don't know that they're little PATs and DOT.
Right.
And we don't tell them. We just have a good time.
God bless your soul. I,
Mhm.
I ain't doing none of that. We about to get up. My daughter's finna get her fish back from her school project, and it's going to stay with a family member. It can't stay here. Cause he ain't gonna make it.
Oh,
And we gonna go ahead and send him to somebody that's gonna actually take care of him, cause he'll be in the toilet before he know it up in here.
now see, I can't take care of a fish either. Um, I wasn't able to maintain a fish, but little boys and little girls like Milton Leroy, I can do that. Definitely do that. Um, as far as house training them, the little DLGs, I can. It's always been no problem for me. Even the stubborn one, I've done that for other people. House training their puppies.
Okay.
I like my mom called a dog whisperer. But growing up, because I was by myself, I always had the neighborhood pets would come up to me, like the strays and stuff, like the feral cats, and they would always come to me. Like I said, because I was always by myself growing up, they were my friends at one time.
Oh,
Yeah. And like I said, I came up in the house with folks, and I treated them. I didn't know where them kids came from. Even though my mom was like they came from her, but I wasn't there. I prove it. You know, you want me to start treating them like my siblings? Prove it.
oh my lord.
I need some Dana up in here.
This DNA got a match.
Yes. I need to know for myself. You could have just went and got these kids right before you had me.
That part.
My mom used to look at me like, "What is wrong? What is wrong with you?" I don't know. But like I
It's
said, I've
created.
always had pet children. I always had pet children around, and I got along better with them.
Well, they can't really complain and whine like real people.
And they're always happy to see you. You know, they miss you. They love you genuinely. They can sense when you're hurting. You don't have to explain nothing to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm,
They probably a
I
little bit
guess.
cheaper, not much, but a little bit.
I'm telling you, growing up, my DOG kept a lot of secrets from me. A lot of secrets. Because that's who I was talking to. Was my Doberman Pinscher.
Lord,
She kept a lot of secrets from me.
they went to her grave.
Yep. 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 But so like I said, that's being by myself now is not really an issue. Um, do I want to be all the time? No, but it's not like it's something that's gonna have me depressed over. I think about it more so along the lines if something happens,
Hmm.
you know, and I'm by myself, what would I do? Or as this disease progresses, how long will I be able to live by myself?
Right.
But we're gonna bring this to the end. We're gonna do the affirmations, and y'all know I'm finna go to the Cadillac. The
I
Cadillac been
want her to
calling
get me
me.
a Bentley because I'm jealous. CJ, if you hear me, I want a Bentley.
Yeah, she needs a Bentley because I'm telling you, everybody needs one. Everybody needs a Cadillac. Yeah, ain't that right, Milton Leroy? He said, "Uh huh." Again, thank you, Nene, for being my co-host.
I love you, girl.
Uh, love you too so much. Thank y'all for being here. My other family members, cousin, Queen V, Left Lane, Lamont, them kids, mama, and Levin Quan. Did I get that right? Them kids, mama. Am I saying it right?
No.
Oh. Oh. Them boys. I'm so sorry.
Charge it to her head, not her heart.
Please, please, I'm so sorry. Them boys sugar. Okay. I don't know why I got them boys, the boys'
Them
mama, bro.
kids, mama. Yep.
I'm so
I was
sorry.
gonna say that.
I know you pulled the queen V on this one. You sure did.
Queen Bee said, don't ask me, child, because I ain't never heard of it.
Them kids, mama.
I'm so sorry, that boy sugar.
Oh, them boys too. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, boy, boy.
Oh,
Boys too.
mhm.
Boy, it gets real.
Oh my goodness.
Pro baby.
Okay. I'm so sorry about that, baby.
Sorry, them boys too.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Um, I would say I'll get it right next time, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Oh Lord have mercy, them kids, mama. Maybe I saw it somewhere. I don't know.
She added a whole
um,
bunch of extra letters.
yeah. um, we're gonna do the closing affirmation and closing prayer. Again tonight, I always say, say it to yourself, but sometimes you need to say stuff out loud. So with the affirmation, we're gonna say it out loud. Just repeat it after me. It goes, I am seen
I am seen
I am seen
even when people don't understand.
even when people
even
don't
when people don't
understand.
understand.
I am strong
I
I
am
am
strong
strong
even when I feel weak.
even when I
even when I
feel
feel weak. Feel weak.
I am allowed to rest.
I am
I'm
allowed
allowed
to
to
rest.
rest. I'm allowed to rest.
I am not a burden.
I am
I am
not a
not a
burden.
burden. I'm not a burden.
I am not alone.
I
I
am
am
not,
I'm not alone.
And I will keep going.
and I will keep
And I
going.
will keep going.
even when
Keep
people
going.
don't understand. I am strong even when I feel weak. I am allowed to rest. I am not a burden.
Okay. And here's the closing prayer. Lord, tonight we come to you with what people don't see, the hidden pain, the quiet struggles, the silent battles. For every person watching who feels unseen, unheard, misunderstood, remind them that you see everything, every tear, every effort, every moment they choose to keep going. Give them peace in their minds, strength in their bodies, and comfort in their hearts. Let them feel your presence even in the silence and remind them that they are never alone. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank y'all again for being here. Thank you, Nate, for co-hosting.
Thank you.
Um, don't forget that we have the auction on the 24th. There's 3 tiers to the auction, so there's something for everybody. I will do a total of how many have been sold, how many bundles have been sold. It'll be, give or take a few to just kind of gauge where we are on the 1,000 product. And thank y'all for selling them for me. Thanks for the family members that are selling them for me. And thank you for the ones who have purchased them as well. Um, I will see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. And y'all have a great night.
You too. Love you, cousin.
Thank you.
Collect your points. Collect your.
Yes, collect your points. Thank you, Jessica, cousin Leah, Tony, Melvin, Devin, Queen V. I think I got everybody. Left Lane, Them Boys Sugar, Cousin, Loving Corn, Lamont, Boss. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And have a good one. I'll talk to y'all in a bit.